Good morning. So today my daughter and I are going to attempt to hike Miller Mountain. So this is a 2,500 acre property in Wyoming County, Pennsylvania. It's part of the Pinchot State Forest, and this was added in November of 2023. So this is a new acquisition, and we're really excited to check it out today. The weather doesn't look great. We're trying to get an early start in hopes that we can beat the rain. So we'll see how it goes. This is my daughter's absolute favorite. In case you're out here and you have to use the bathroom, they have a bathroom. It just doesn't have a door. We had a really good laugh because we're driving down this kind of deserted road, and there was a guy standing behind his truck door, and it totally looked from a distance like he was naked. So we were just like, oh my God, we don't want to drive forward. But then we did drive past, and he had shorts on. He was just changing his shoes. Beautiful, that scenery of the farm. If you choose to hike Miller Mountain, a couple things you need to know. So this was recently added to the state forestry game land. So there's a few signs, but not many. So you're really going to need a guide to kind of help you hike this. So what I'm using is Jeff Mitchell on his blog. I'll put a link to it in the description. He's got some pictures, and he shows you step by step through photos how to navigate this property. So that kind of gave me a little bit of confidence in coming up here. I also watched, I think it was one of Walter's videos, Walter Zona. He came up here and hiked Miller Mountain, so I watched that as well. I always think it's a good idea when you're hiking a new place to kind of just get the lay of the land, do your research. You don't want anything to go wrong, especially I've got my daughter with me today, so we want to have fun. We don't want to get lost, so we planned ahead. Oh, these are cool. Look over here, we've got some cattails. All right, so I'm going to turn off the camera for a little bit as we make our way up this Jeep road, and I'm going to turn it on a little bit later to give you some different views and show you some other parts of the hike. God, look at that scenery.
Pretty.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, when you come to this gate, you want to go through it. You know you're going the right way here. All right, I'm not gonna lie to all of you. This is hard. It is very steep. So a couple things I want to mention. There is some overgrown grass in some sections. We kind of knew that coming into this. You want to make sure that you stayed cover up on this hike. So we've got on our long pants, we've got hiking socks tucked over the pants to try to control ticks and things like that. And we've got our bug spray, but just make sure you're covered up because you're definitely going to be going through some areas with some higher grass and things like that. Funny because I watched some other videos on this hike. You always watch a video and you're kind of like, oh, that looks hard. When you're actually doing it, it is much harder. This is very, very steep, but nothing that we can't handle. So places like this are just fascinating to me. This is a huge tract of land that has been newly added to the state system. So just getting to see a place that, is now just newly open to the public in the past year or so is really, really cool. All right, so we're where the pipeline is crossing the mountain, but my daughter pointed this out. It's impressive. Look at this wasp nest here. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's huge, isn't it? My daughter's going over here to check out this view. We are kind of on a race against time. There's supposed to be some heavy thunderstorms today. So that's why we got up so early to start this hike. And things are really graying up. We made the decision to turn around. So this is definitely one of those spots we will have to come back to when the weather is a little more cooperative. But we got up, I'd say about almost to the next viewpoint past the pipeline. And then, like I said, I'm just a little bit too worried about what's going to happen weather-wise. We're really glad we got to check this place out. This will be a place we'll definitely come back to. And if you are up in this area, I definitely recommend that you take a hike and at least explore part of Miller Mountain. It's a challenging trail. The elevation will kick your butt a little bit, but in a good way. Certainly very doable. My daughter and I were laughing. The theme of our mother-daughter weekend seems to be rain every single time. So we did this in April and we went to like the Nature Inn. We did some college tours and things like that. And we did some hiking. And I'm telling you, it rained all weekend. And here we are again, another weekend exploring Pennsylvania, and it's gonna rain for most of the day today. And it's like, oh my gosh. Lightly rain on us right now, but we've pretty much made our way almost back down. So really good timing.